Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be blasting off into space. We're going to be astronauts trying to complete missions with the help of our commander. Today we're taking a look at The Crew. This was recently released at the Essen Spiel Fair by Kosmos. It's going to be coming early next year to North America by Thames and Kosmos. It's called The Crew, and the German box is Die Crew. DIE Crew. So this is a cooperative trick-taking card game that is sort of mission-based. Very small little, it's a 50 mission game where it's basically a campaign game, but they're all very short. Let me show you how this is played. Now, I got a chance to play this about 10 or 12 times at a small convention. I had my camera with me. So I took enough video to give you a 1-minute overview of how the game works. And then I'm going to give you my first impressions after playing a handful of games on the other side. The Crew is a mission-based trick-taking game for 3 to 5 players where it uses standard trick-taking rules with just some twists. For example, when a suit is led, everyone must fall if they can, like the blue suit here, and whoever plays the highest of that led suit wins the trick. If you cannot follow suit, like this player here, plays any other card, and sometimes you can play a rocket, which is trump and would win the trick. The missions start out simple, like the player in the lower left has to take the yellow 5 at some point. So they lead with an 8, and the other player could not follow and throws that yellow 5 so that the player that needs it gets it. Success. But as you can imagine, it ramps up having multiple cards and different people have to get different cards. Or maybe multiple cards, but they have to go in a specific order. You can communicate only once per mission, and you can only do it by putting cards and tokens like, this is my lowest card of this suit. This is the only card of this suit. This is my highest card of this suit. And as you finish the missions, you'll go through the different ones one at a time. And there's a total of 50 missions to explore. All right, so again, I only played this about, I'd say 10 times. We've gotten through about a handful of missions. And the thing I like about trick-taking games is if it's a standard trick-taking game, but with some small twists, and that's what this has. Now this one is pretty standard. I mean, sure, the rockets are trump, but there's only 4 of those. That's the twist, right? But the real twist comes because it takes this simple concept and it really ramps it up with the different missions. Now, I'm not going to go over too many of them in detail because I only got through a handful of them anyway, and I wouldn't want to spoil that for you either. Now, the campaign is very fun. I mean, you start very simple and it ramps up and it gets harder, and then different things happen. I'm not going to try to spoil anything there, but the campaign is fun. Now, typically, campaign games are ones that I've been mostly avoiding because a lot of times you have to play with the same group, and they're longer games, and it's just so hard to get them back to the table and keep playing through. You either feel like you have to rush through them all, or play it and then you end up just taking a hiatus for a while. But each of these little campaigns are so short that, man, I mean, basically each campaign, if you got them all, could just be essentially one big hand of trick-taking. And if you get through it, you go to the next one. But you're not always going to get through them all. So each game is short, which makes this a very manageable campaign, which to me, this is a campaign game that I think I'll actually finish. I have so many of them that I haven't yet finished. Even games that I really like, just because, again, what I mentioned before, hard to get the same people together. Once you stop, you lose momentum. And if you try to push all the way through, then you get sort of sick of it. But this one, since they're so short, I think it's going to be an easier one to finish. Now, with that being said, there was a set of players at the convention I was at that played it for 4.5 hours straight and got to level 23 of 50. So, but they were very experienced players, and I assume it's going to get harder on the second half as well. So you're probably going to get, at least 10 hours of play with this, I would say. It's a small little card game, probably more, because they're probably going to get harder as it goes on. And so with this, it was hard to stop playing this game. It was just so fun. You play it, and you're like, oh, we just missed that mission. We were so close. Let's do it again. And so it's one of those ones that you want to just keep playing over and over and over again because it is so short but so fun. And of course, they get more challenging as things go on. Now, the other thing is the communication in the game. the communication is brilliant. That like, hey, this is my lowest card, this is my highest card of this, or this is my only one. That alone just gives everyone so much more strategy. It's such a subtle thing, but man, does it work really well. And the timing of when you want to do that. Now, you only get to do it once per round or mission, but the timing of when you play that is fantastic. It's such a good strategy thing to throw in there. Now, whenever I talk about trick-taking games, or whenever I play them actually with my group, every time we play a trick-taking game, and even if it's a very good one, we'll all go, this is very good, but I'll still just pull out Skull King. Now, Skull King is a trick-taking game. It's my favorite of all time, and everyone I've introduced it to also says it's their favorite of all time. And I reviewed it a long time ago, and since then, the version in North America from Grandpa Beck's is actually even better than the European Schmidt-Spieler one that used to come out, because it actually has a new expansion with some new abilities. So the new version that you can get in North America with the expansion is actually the best one, but that's the one that we measure all trick-taking games to. Now, it's a little early here, but it wouldn't surprise me if this game actually ended up overtaking Skull King as my favorite trick-taking game. That's how highly I think of this, even after just 10 plays, or 12, however many we played it. There is a 2-player variant. I have not had the chance to play that yet, but I ordered a handful of copies of these because I know everyone in my group's going to want one after we played it from Germany. And so I will try this 2-player variant out later. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video after that. So on the negative side, well, you kind of need to play with the same group if you want to continue down the path. That's a negative in all campaign games pretty much. And the game is somewhat consumable because once you finish the 50th mission, are you really going to want to play it again? Well, it's a different puzzle every time. You won't be surprised of what happens and what the missions are and things like that. But because it's a different puzzle, I think that you might still want to. And again, the jury's out. I'll have to see once I finish it. I'll come back and do a follow-up video, hopefully. So it possibly is somewhat consumable. But I've got to tell you, even if it is, and you play 50 and you never want to play it again, which I don't think that would be the case, I think you'd still get your mon's worth. Now, whether that's something you want to replay again is going to factor into whether I think this has dethroned Skull King. But oh my gosh, I haven't played that many games from Essen yet, maybe 25 or 30, but by far this is the best one I've played, and I'd be hard-pressed to find, I don't know if I'll find one that is better than this. So that's what I think about The Crew. Did you miss the Game Topper 2.0 Kickstarter? Have no fear, it's not too late to get in on the ultimate gaming accessory. Convert your table into a high-quality gaming table with a fully portable Game Topper system and take advantage of some of the best 3mm premium gaming mats in the industry. New styles, new sizes, and new accessories can be yours. Upgrade every game you play by late backing now at GameToppersLLC.com.